button's gonna turn you. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the quarterfinals of the PIAA Division I 5A playoffs. I'm Corey Cohen with my partner Justin Watson here live from Penwood High School in Lansdowne for a matchup between Penwood and Radnor. It should be an exciting matchup today. Penwood coming off a thrilling victory in 6 overtimes just a few nights ago.
Yeah, that was quite a game. 6 overtimes. Anytime you go into 6 overtimes, I mean, that's just something that's very rare. It was a game where, either team could have won. They both had the will. They showed the will. They both wanted it. Penwood was very fortunate to come out on top after 6 overtimes, 3 foul outs. It was quite a wild night.
Absolutely. They beat number 15 Marple Newtown. They ended up winning by 10 points. That was on Tuesday. Still not a battle that they necessarily expected to have, being the number 2 seed in this tournament.
No, not at all. But I think it was probably good for them to have a game like that going forward, because they're not going to say anything more but tougher teams going forward. And now they've been battle tested, and games like that tend to bring teams together and get them on the same page. So I think that was good for them.
Meanwhile, for Radnor, they are ranked 10th in this tournament. And we are underway here from Penwood High School. Penwood Patriots wearing white, Radnor Red Raiders wearing black. There's an air ball to start, but mishandled, and out of bounds. It'll stay with Penwood.
Early game jitters a little bit from both teams. A little too much strength on the jumper there, and mishandled the ball on the rebound.
So here's a jump shot, and it's good for 3.
I think those early game jitters are out for her. She knocked that one down. That was Shonda Smith on the shot. That was a great shot for her.
So Smith gets things going. Now cross court, stolen away by Jada Hutt. Hutt goes coast to coast with a layup.
That was great read by Jada Hutt, seeing the pass coming in. The pass was a little bit lazy. She was able to come across instead of pass and take coast to coast for the 2 points. Great job, Jada.
Hutt, one of 2 seniors on this team. The other, Amina Ballinger, starting on the bench. Here's a 3 on the other end, off the rim. Gets her own rebound. Heaves it up. Nice work by Brienne Williams from Radnor. And the first bucket of the game for the Raiders.
Radnor was able to turn a little bit and turn something to gold there. Able to get the save and get the ball down low to the wide open shooter.
Now underneath. Tipped away. Still the ball with Penwood. So here's Raquel Curry. Now LaShonda Smith, sophomore. Curry pulls up from the free throw line, misses, the board is loose, and the putback.
That was great job by Zena Gillis, grabbing the loose ball and getting the putback. I would like to see Raquel Curry just take that shot right up. She kind of hesitated on that. I think that's what cost her the shot.
Radnor now on the other end is kicked out off the rim. Austin called for the foul.
And Penwood looks to be starting out a little bit slower than we're usually seeing them. They usually have a lot of energy coming out, but there's the same case the other night against Marple Newtown, where they didn't come out with a whole lot of energy, but they're a team that we usually see have a lot of energy.
Stolen away and a basket for Radnor. That's Ellen Mueller.
Now see right here, somebody's got to come to the ball and help the inbounder.
And a foul, a little hip check called on Sally Austin from Radnor.
Radnor's coming out with a full court press, looking to pressure the ball, try to force Penwood into a couple of mistakes. And they've done so. They've done it one time so far. It looks like they might be looking to see if they can do it a little bit more times and keep themselves in this game early on.
First substitution of the game, Caitlin Higgins comes in for Radnor, the senior. A charge, and that's coming all the way over into where we're set up. As my partner Justin grabs the ball. So here's Radnor basketball. Radnor again the 10th seed. They're coming off an upset win over 7th ranked Bishop Shanahan on Tuesday. They won that game 43-28. Here's a 3 off the rim. 43-28, massively different game than Penwood's 85-75 win.
Yeah, and that score really does not tell the story. Of course, everybody knows of the 6 overtimes, but for Penwood to come out on top with 10 points, I mean, Penwood was just able to outlast Marple Newtown that night.
7-4 lead currently for the home team, the Patriots. Wide open now for Radnor, a 3. It's good.
Radnor looks like they're looking to come out and establish their three-point shot. Penwood's really going to have to close out on the shooters on the outside.
That was Higgins for a 3 coming off the bench. There's a foul before the shot, they say. So we'll see a baseline inbound coming here for Penwood.
Oh, they got to fix the net.
Oh, yeah. So the net on the other end was tangled up a little bit, so they fixed that. And now play can continue. 5:08 remaining here in the first quarter. All knotted up at 7 apiece. Knocked away, last touch, off of the Patriots.
And on that play, what I saw right there, Radnor did not pay attention to the inbounder. Penwood's coach saw that. Maybe that's something they can take advantage of later on in the game.
Bounce pass inside. It's loose. Players on the ground. It's a held ball. Possession arrow will keep it with Radnor. Radnor coming in 14-8. Penwood 18-4. These teams both very used to winning. Penwood hasn't lost since January 20th. Radnor hasn't lost since January 26th.
Somebody come to the ball. Somebody has to come to the ball. Everybody's watching.
Now they get the ball to the front court player, Jarrett.
Nice
step back. Offensive rebound. Jarrett. Too high on the pass, though. Can't be recovered by Smith.
At this point you just got to calm down. You got to relax if you're wearing a white jersey right now. They're a little amped up. It's a tie game right now. Radnor's coming in. You know, Penwood's been in this situation before. And just got to relax and play their game.
Williams with the ball now for Radnor. Cross-court pass. Nice passing here for the Raiders. What a block! A huge block.
And that's something we've seen a lot from Jada Hutt down low. She doesn't allow any easy shots and easy layups down low, and she will challenge your shot. Great job by her contending that shot, getting the block.
Bounce pass in, stolen away by Radnor. Bounce pass for the Raiders. The fadeaway fell and one. Brianne Williams.
I'm not sure about that call on that one. That was I didn't really see the contact on that one, but you know, I'm not paid to blow the whistle, so everybody that listens to the broadcast know I'm a little biased when it comes to these games, but you know, I didn't see the foul there. Maybe that's a little makeup call for the previous play.
Free throw misses, so either way it doesn't amount to anything. 9-7 lead for Radnor, their first lead of the game. Here's Raquel Curry. That's out Smith, and an offensive foul. I believe that was a moving screen called on Jarrett.
Yeah, a little moving screen there. You gotta stay still. She got there a little bit late. Kind of put her arms out a little bit, and they caught her with the foul there.
Looks like we'll see the first substitution of the game for Penwood as Ashley Cyrus comes in, 5'3" junior.
Ashley Cyrus is a speedster. I haven't seen too many defenders be able to stay in front of her this season, and she takes the ball to the bucket aggressively, and she can really make some things happen for this Penwood offense.
Not sure why the stoppage here. Everyone just sort of looking around.
No, I'm not sure. Everybody's just looking around. All right, here we go.
Not sure what that was. I think they were looking at the Penwood bench. Monique Boykins, the head coach. Former player here, the all-time rebounding leader. Taken away by Penwood. Here's Jada Hutt. Keeps it for herself. On the ground.
Ooh, that is, I don't know.
Did they call out of bounds?
They called out of bounds on that. She had established it so we could see from our angle. She was right here on the line. She established herself back in bounds. Referee didn't see it that way, but she was definitely established back in bounds.
Yeah, it certainly seemed like she was back in back. He said that she came right out of bounds, didn't establish herself. Meanwhile, a travel call that will then bring it right back.
Early on, a bit of a sloppy game early on, but this is playoff basketball. This is Saturday afternoon basketball, and everybody has early game jitters. We got a close game. Radnor up by 2 on the road. Things happen.
Ball with Smith up and under, and it'll count.
Awesome take. She split the defense on that awesome take up with the right hand.
Down court now for Radnor. Bounce pass. Extra pass. The layup and one.
Able to get through the contact. Up and under with the right hand. Off the glass. Get a little swirl around the rim. Right on down for 2 points.
Ellie Miller, the senior. She's got 4 points. Chance to make it 5. And she does. Big game for Miller, big game for LaShonda Smith. For Penwood, it'll go the other way out of bounds.
And it looks early on like Radnor has a side advantage against Penwood. They were facing the same issues the other night against Marple Newtown, but Penwood looks to have maybe a speed advantage, so we'll see how that works.
Jumper from the free throw line, misses. And a foul called on Radnor as Mueller went for the steal. And the Raiders bench doesn't like the call. They thought it was a clean steal. But it will be Penwood basketball. Full court pressure again from Radnor. They nearly poke it away. Instead, here's Gillis. Goes all the way in, gets the layup.
And that's what we're used to seeing. If Penwood's team can break that press early on, they'll be able to get the ball down court and be able to make shots, and that's what we see from them. They'll be able to use their speed after breaking the initial front line of the press there.
So 2 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the first quarter. A timeout is called. It is a 12-11 lead for visiting Radnor. Again, they're significant underdogs. They're the 10 seed, Penwood the 2 seed, but we saw Penwood struggle just a few nights ago against 15th ranked Marple Newtown. Took them 6 overtimes to win. On top of that, even though Radnor is 10 and Penwood is 2, they played each other back in December, on December 7th, and Radnor actually beat Penwood pretty significantly. 61-49 was the score. And so this is a Radnor team, even though they're a big underdog when it comes to this tournament, they're coming off an underdog win in the previous round. Penwood is coming off a struggle with a lower-ranked team, and when they played each other earlier this year, Radnor got the victory.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a familiarity here, and there's a little redemption factor for Penwood, too. So this game is really going to turn out to see who wants it the most.
There's a foul called. On the baseline, and she stepped, no, it's a travel. Either way, it's a turnover. That's against Ellie Reinhart. Here's Hutt. Now Gillis. She's fouled on the shot.
Gillis looking taking some advantage down low. I think she feels she has the advantage down low and can score at will down there, and she's looking for that ball in that position. She scored 2 times earlier, and now she's going to the foul line, forcing the foul. All right, calm down.
First free throw, no good.
Deep breath, back of the rim. There you go.
Ooh, misses them both, so an empty trip to the line. Radnor still with a 1-point lead. Passing it around. And it will stay with the Raiders. Need to inbound it. They get it in. Bounce pass in the lane. That's off the rim. Rebound for Hutt. Chance here for Penwood to take the lead. Cyrus. The Euro step in the layup.
There it is. There's that speed. It's hard for defenders to stay in front of her. She was able to finish with the Euro step. Seen a lot of that from her this year, from her.
And it'll go the other way. So Penwood with the ball and the lead.
Radnor setting up to go again for that press. So Penwood's got to be ready for that. Get the ball moving.
Quick inbound to Hutt. It's 1-on-2, cross-court pass. Layup misses. It's a fight for it. Hutt comes away with it. She's trapped. Double team in the corner. And a timeout called.
Coach Monique Boykins had to run out on the court to get that timeout call. She was trying to get the timeout call for a while, saw her players trapped in the corner. And referees finally saw it. I don't know. There was a ref right next to it that didn't blow the whistle for the timeout. So she had to come out and make sure everybody knew she was trying to call the timeout there.
1:36 in the first quarter. Penwood with a 1-point lead. And this game, talk about redemption and coming back from the last round. This is also a rematch. You talk about the game on December 7th this year. This is a rematch of the playoffs last year. Last year they played each other in the first round, in the round of 16. And Radnor was the higher-ranked team. They were 4th. Penwood was 13th. And Radnor defeated Penwood 56-31.
And I'll even take it a step further for you. So this is Coach Monique Boykins' first year back on the sidelines for Penwood. And for a couple of years, she actually was the head coach at Lower Marion High School, which is also in the Central League. And she saw Radnor a couple times a year last year. So
absolutely.
A team that she's very, very familiar with.
Just a few miles away, Lower Marion and Radnor, all in Montgomery County. Here we are in Delaware County in Lansdowne, the home of Penwood. The first and second rounds being hosted by the higher seeded team. The winner of this goes on to the semifinals to be played at Harriton High School. Same school district as Lower Marion. So that'd be familiar territory for Monique Boykins. And then if they win there, then we go to Temple. Temple University hosting the finals. A little bit of a crossover. Cyrus pulls back. Knocked away. Bounce pass. Inside. Nice find and the finish.
Great job by the Penwood offense to be able to break down the Radnor zone in that situation.
So Hutt up to 4 points. This is knocked away. Somehow kept alive. Patriots ball. And it looks like they're going to hold for the final shot of the quarter. Six seconds left. Now a drive, travel call. So it goes the other way. 3.7 seconds left for Radnor.
Now, I don't know how the referee can call that travel call, but didn't call the fact that she got her arm pulled down by the defender, which caused the travel in the first place. But, my fanhood comes through in the playoffs. I'm sorry, everybody.
Poor pass there off the fingertips of Miller. And that ends the first quarter, a 15-12 lead for Penwood as we take a quick break here at the end of one. Second quarter beginning here at Penwood High School for the quarterfinals of the PIAA D1 5A playoffs. I'm Corey Cohen with my partner Justin Watson here in Delaware County for a matchup between Penwood and Radnor. Penwood currently leading 15-12. Extra pass, Hutt again finishes inside.
And that was a great possession by the Penwood offense there. They able to break down the zone once again and get the 2 points.
Some more good passing here from Radnor. Poor finish, back up, no good. Last touch off of the Patriots. Largest lead of the game for Penwood. Bounce pass underneath. Now out at the elbow. The drive and a foul. Will send Ellie Mueller to the line. She misses the first. Free throws have been a struggle for both teams to start the day.
Yeah, this could be one of those games that comes down to free throws. I mean, getting to the line, they got to knock these down. Playoffs and free throws and playoffs are very important.
Misses them both, so an empty trip to the line for Miller. Gets it back though. Little redemption. Puts it up, no. Collected by Penwood. Down court, wide open. Leaping up and down was LaShonda Smith, but her teammate Jada Hutt didn't see her. Now Smith has the ball off the rim. The putback good for Gillis.
Gillis has been a glass cleaner down low for the Patriots. Getting putbacks, rebounds, and putbacks all evening.
You've got Gillis and Hutt both at 5'9", who are doing a ton. Meanwhile, Angelique Jarrett, the tallest player, hasn't done too much. She stands at 6'1". There she is, sets a screen, and the layup for Smith. Little floater.
Little raindrop floater in the lane. Forcing Radnor's coach to call a timeout. Radnor's coach can't be happy with what they come out in the second quarter with. Coming out with 2 possessions. Well, they had 1 possession. They have only had the ball down there in the court 1 time, and they've had the ball 3 times. They just weren't able to get it past half court, and Penwood being able to take advantage of their athletic ability and their quickness and forcing Radnor to turn over the ball and scoring off the turnover.
Absolutely. Early here in the second quarter, 6:35 to play, and a timeout called by Mark Jordan, head coach of Radnor High School. 21-12 lead for Penwood, the largest of the game. And this has been a sloppy game, and early it looked like it was going to affect Penwood a bit more. Lately it's been more on Radnor, the missed free throws, the turnovers, things like that.
Yeah, especially coming out into the second quarter. I mean, in playoff basketball, we want to eliminate the turnovers as much as possible, and any team that can force turnovers, more than likely going to come out on top. And right now, it's looking like Penwood is enforcing their will and causing Radnor to make the mistakes that they're making, and right now the score is showing.
Absolutely, and this game pushed back. It was postponed from supposed to be last night. Instead, it's happening this afternoon.
A little Saturday afternoon matinee. Never hurt anybody.
And if anything, Penwood, it's a bit of an advantage because they had that 6 overtime game on Tuesday. So they get a little bit more rest. So here's a chance for Radnor. They need something here because things have not gone their way the last few minutes of this ballgame. Williams loses it on the dribble, picked up by Penwood, down court. Smith cannot finish. Some great defense from Radnor's. That was Sally Austin coming back. Sprinting back on defense. Now it will stay with Penwood.
Yeah, on that break earlier, that was the defense of Radnor that caused that missed layup. She put it up a little. She was expecting the contact, put it up a little harder than she wanted to. She got the contact, but just wasn't able to finish.
Yeah, that was, all the players are rushing back for Radnor, but Sally Austin absolutely sprinting and was able to disrupt the layup. Here's Austin defending now on Curry. Raquel Curry kicks it out. Gillis misses the 3, and it's collected by the Raiders. Here's Miller. Pass out to Caitlin Higgins. Cross court now open for three. Misses. Offensive board, Austin. Back out, nice pass. Should try again. Again, no good from Rigolizzo. And a foul before the pass.
And Radnor getting these second chance opportunities. Penwood's really got to put a body on somebody. They got to start boxing out. They have boxing out, and Radnor was able to get two offensive rebounds in that situation. If they continue to get these offensive rebounds, they're not going to keep missing these shots. They're going to get them put back. So Penwood's going to have to do a better job of boxing out if they want to continue to have this lead in the game that they have.
So Rigolizzo takes a seat on the bench after a couple missed baskets. Meanwhile, a trip to the line for Penwood is there in the bonus. And it's a missed free throw. So a missed opportunity there for the Patriots. Chance now for Radnor. Corner three, open. That's no good. The shooting just not falling so far for Radnor.
And Gillis continues to clean the glass here for the Penwood Patriots.
Here's Smith for three. That's no good.
That was a great closeout by the defender on that three-point shot. And that's what you want to see out. You don't let shooters get easy shots up.
Good defense there from Penwood. Now a foul, though, called on Jarrett. So a trip to the line. Austin will take two shots, the junior for Radnor. Sally Austin makes the first.
You got to think going forward in this game, both these teams are going to be able to knock down these foul shots.
It has been a struggle to start, but a nice trip there for Austin to make both. Curry doesn't want the screen. Jarrett was offering it. She declined. Instead hands it off to Smith. She'll take a screen, now pull back. Chance now, Curry. Some good defense. Gets her own board though in the putback.
That was a great job by Curry following her own shot. After the miss, getting some contact on the first shot, over the foul shot, hit the board, get the 2 points.
Back up to a 9-point lead for Penwood. No look pass. Around the perimeter here for Radnor. Cross court. Couldn't hold on to it. Trying to make garbage out of gold. And a foul. Looked like a clean block, but instead Jarrett called for the shooting foul.
I would have to see how that looked on camera. It looked clean from my point of view too. It looked squeaky clean from here. I'm not really sure. I don't want to talk much about the.
And there were two players. So from what I saw, I was mostly looking at Jarrett. It didn't seem like there was the foul on her, but there were two players around Miller, so I'm not positive.
And that's the fourth foul on Jarrett, so we probably won't see her again until the third quarter at this point right now.
Miller makes one of two. Offensive rebound, but from close range. The missed shot, there's a held ball.
I think it's going to stay with Radnor.
Yeah, the possession arrow does keep it with Radnor. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they've got to be kicking themselves. All these missed shots, these missed opportunities, that was right underneath the rim.
Absolutely. They're not finishing right now, and like you said, they've got to be kicking themselves.
Again, from underneath, and it was good defense, but they just cannot score even from close range. Meanwhile, Penwood has gotten it done. And a foul, they say, before the shot. It was Smith sort of planted a pivot foot, went down before going back up.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a foul.
And either way, because Penwood's in the bonus, there is a trip to the line here. As she makes the first, so she gets to shoot a second. So either way, it's basically a shooting foul at this point.
And she's not happy about that foul being called on the floor either. She wanted the two shots automatic on that.
Ooh. She misses the second offensive board. That misses. The third chance. Gillis, the freshman.
And they turned that into 3 points. That was a great job by Penwood all around.
8 points now for Zuna Gillis. And Radnor now down 11. It's the largest margin of this game. That hits off the top of the backboard. And clearly the frustration setting in for Radnor.
And this is the defense we've been seeing from Penwood all year round. It kind of looks like a chaos defense. You're causing the teams to make turnovers, make decisions hastily, doing things they really don't want to do with the ball. As you saw, she forced up a quick shot from the outside.
LaShonda Smith, sophomore, just 5'3", but she can cut to the rim. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Curry telling her teammate post up, calling for Gillis. In the lane instead, a traveling call. They say Curry took that third step.
And she wanted to get the ball to Gillis. She was telling Gillis to post up. I guess she didn't like what she saw from her angle right there, but Gillis does feel like she has the distinct advantage down there. As you saw, she was calling for the ball. She thinks she can take advantage of something down there.
Knocked away, and another turnover. Penwood stifling Radnor on defense. Down court now. Here's a chance for Hutt. Little spin move. Couldn't finish though. Down court. A chance for Radnor. Can they break through? Amazing defense.
And that's the speed of this Penwood defense. There's no shot that is safe on this Penwood defense when they're playing up to their abilities.
That is a block from the 5'3" Smith. Another missed shot, and finally for Radnor. That's just got to feel more like relief than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been a while since they were able to knock a shot down. It looks like somebody might have, maybe Raquel Curry looked like she might have took a shot to the mouth, like she might be bleeding.
She takes a seat on the bench, and Enya Hughes comes in. Taken away by Radnor. Bounce pass underneath. Knocked out. It will stay with the Raiders. But again, nothing coming easy for Radnor.
Absolutely not. And if you're Penwood, that's the way you want it. You want them to work for everything they get. They got to earn it.
A bounce pass underneath. Counted and one. Ellie Miller taking over this game. She's up to 10 points. Chance to make it 11.
10 points on the day, chance to make it 11. She wants to put the team on her back and carry them on the victory. They're closing this gap. They're closing this lead. They're closing this deficit that they're looking at here in the second quarter. And if they're going to do it, she's going to be the one to lead on.
She has 11 of the team's 20 points. Nobody else has more than 3. Absolutely carrying them. For Penwood, it's been a shared effort. There's the Euro step from Cyrus.
There's that speed I was telling you about right there. Nobody can stay in front. We haven't seen anybody stay in front of her yet this year, and she's been able to take advantage of that.
That's a foul.
Is that 5 on her?
Yeah, surprised that they put Jarrett back in the game.
And it looks like Curry is back in. It looks like she's doing all right. She's back into the game. And that was her 5th.
Meanwhile, Radnor in the bonus, so Sally Austin at the line to shoot 1 and 1. Makes the first for the right to shoot a second. Makes them both.
Radnor has closed the gap. They're down by 6 points. She's saying she's still bleeding from her mouth.
So they need to make a substitution here as
Gillis checks in. And Gillis isn't really used to checking into games. She usually starts and plays the majority of the minutes, and she just went right on out there.
Here's a full court press. Penwood breaks through. Here's Gillis. Pulls up along 2. That misses. Collected by Radnor. Knocked away. Ref swallows his whistle. It's a jump ball, and that will be Penwood possession.
And it looks like closing out the second quarter, like Radnor's decided to go back to the press to see if they can force some turnovers from Penwood as they're getting back into this game. And Penwood's speed is just going to have to negate that press again.
Cheerleaders making noise here at Penwood. drive, extra pass, counted and one. Gillis inside. She's up to 10 points.
Gillis is having a day out here for this first half of the Penwood Lady Patriots. She's been cleaning the glass. She's been scoring the points. She's been doing a lot. She's just got knocked down these foul shots.
Misses the free throw, so she stays at 10 points. Still the leading scorer for the Patriots. Layup misses for Radnor. Little touch there, and a foul will send Radnor to the line. But again, every single point feels so difficult for the Raiders. Penwood making things tough.
And then Penwood is actually pretty fortunate. It looked like they kind of fell asleep on defense on that break. Maybe they didn't see, somebody didn't see the ball coming in the way it was coming in. It looked like they were a little lackadaisical on that defensive possession.
Miller back at the line, makes the first free throw. She is up to 12 points. And now we do see Curry come back in. Hopefully everything is settled with her. In and out, that just rattles out of the rim. Unfortunate for Miller, she's at 12 points. Just over a minute remaining in the first quarter. Long pass underneath. Again! Gillis! Count the bucket and a trip to the line.
And she's really, she felt that she had advantage coming into the game, and she's really been exploiting that advantage. Her teammates are finding her down in the open areas, and she's really just doing her thing today, and she's having a heck of a first half. And not to mention, she's a freshman.
Absolutely. It's rare that you see a freshman come through and dominate like this in a playoff game. Someone without that experience. Little spin move there. Off the rim, put back, hook shot. Chance for Penwood. Finally, Gillis does it again.
And she is again.
Unbelievable. 14 points for Gillis. No one else can get it done, so Gillis will. Last touch off Radnor, it'll go the other way.
That was a great defensive possession. There was a little contact down there, but the ball had already been knocked out of her hands and rolled out of bounds.
Touch off the Raiders. So we'll see an inbound play now from the baseline.
And you can see Coach Monique Boykins doing a little bit of coaching there to her guard, telling her how to get through that press, make that pass.
Cyrus stepped out of bounds.
And so referee was right on top of that one, but he didn't call the foul. That referee has made a few calls where they could go either way. You can see one thing happen or another thing happen, and on both sides. I'm not saying anything bad about the referee, but just made some calls that could go either way. He's doing a great job, though.
Just over 20 seconds remaining. Radnor wants to find a good shot. Had an open player in the back door. Instead, now a drive from Williams. Foul. Hutt called for the foul as she was going for the block.
That's that referee again. Sometimes I have a chance to meet the referees, and they're all good people.
Williams now 3 points. Make it 4. .4 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Penwood looking to hold for one final shot. Here's a 3. Misses, kept alive by Penwood. Tipped away, Radnor. It's Miller, down court. The extra pass. Cannot score at the buzzer.
Tried to get that one off real quick before the buzzer.
So at the half, 34-25 is the score. Penwood on top here at home. We'll take a break for halftime and then come back with the second half. Stay with us, folks. You're watching the PIAA D1 5A playoffs. Second half beginning here as part of the quarterfinals in the PIAA D1 5A playoffs. I'm Corey Cohen with my partner Justin Watson on SFBN. We see a 34-25 score here at the half. Penwood on top of Radnor. We'll see what the second half brings. Radnor, the 10-seed Raiders on the road here from Montgomery County, visiting the 2-seed Penwood Patriots here in Delaware County.
And we got a little spill over there in the, on the sideline. I don't know if anybody caught the Portland Trailblazers New Orleans Pelicans game.
I saw that, yeah.
Referee knocked the whole tray of drinks out of the hand of one of the drink carriers.
That was funny last night, yeah. So now they clean it up and the second half begins. Again here live at Penwood High School in Lansdowne, PA. 9-point lead for Penwood. The Patriots at home wearing white. The Raiders here wearing black, and there's a layup to kick things off here for Austin.
That was a great possession to start for Radnor. As you see, the defensive foul committed by Radnor on the break.
So that sends Ashley Cyrus to the line. Misses the first. That was way off the mark, and she's shaking her hands.
She knew as soon as she let that go that wasn't right.
Yep. And she's now shaking it off. Try again. Makes the second. So she's up to 5 points. Radnor trailing by 8. There's a bounce pass to Sally Austin. Back out to Brian Williams. Both juniors. Pull up. Air ball. Gillis, extra pass, Cyrus, and traveling call.
Oh,
I couldn't tell what that was. It was something strange. It was like an odd step back.
It was an odd step back. She picked up her dribble and took one step back. I wouldn't say James Harden style, but maybe that's the closest thing you can say, but I wasn't sure it was a travel either.
Either way, certainly not how you want to take a shot. Square your feet. That falls off the rim again for Radnor. Everything difficult inside. Cyrus on the other end. Behind the back pass. And the layup finished by Smith.
That was a great look. Great finish by Penwood by Smith on that. And we said nothing easy down low for Radnor. That's Penwood's MO. Nothing easy is going to happen down in the paint.
It's a great pass from Cyrus, too. That's a carry called on LaShonda Smith.
I'm not really. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to stay quiet on that.
Still a 10-point lead for Penwood.
She's wide open.
Top of the arc. It's good.
They got going to close out on the shooter on that. Here Radnor comes out with their press.
They get the ball back in the corner. Nice recovery from Williams, who just hit the three. There's a foul.
And Radnor looking to get the ball into Ellie Mueller early and often in this third quarter. And she goes to the line here. As Penwood looks still like they're running a box and one, keeping Raquel Curry defenders in.
First shot good from Mueller. She is up to 13 points. Can't get the second. And that is Penwood ball.
Somebody's got to come to the ball.
Bounce pass. Nice bounce pass back to Curry. The extra pass doesn't work out, but they say no, they'll reverse the call.
And that might have been the one situation where the extra pass wasn't necessary. It kind of turned out to be a bad thing for Penwood. We always look for the extra pass to get that point, but it turned out detrimental in that possession.
Again, top of the arc. A little too short. Collected by Penwood. Down court. Tough pass. There was sort of no look. A little bit of a bump. Williams drives and gets the layup. Williams turning it on here.
That was a great finish by Williams. Took a little bit of contact there as Radnor's continuing to come out with the pressure in this third quarter. And Penwood is struggling to make something happen with it. Everybody's running down court. Nobody's coming to the ball. Somebody's got to come to the ball and help out in this situation. And not really seeing that. I think right now with Coach Monique Boykins, that's probably what she's going to be talking about in the huddle, is coming to the ball, helping out, being able to break this press.
Absolutely. That has been the struggle for Penwood here in this third quarter, is that they haven't been able to get clean inbounds and get the ball down the court for the most part. And just like that, it's a 4-point game, 37-33. Penwood had a double-digit lead, and it has evaporated.
Yeah, early on in this game with that pressure Penwood made a few mistakes. They were able to break the press maybe a couple times, but they made their mistakes, and Radnor has been able to capitalize on the mistakes, getting some easy buckets and getting to the foul line. And right now, I'm sure Coach Monique Boykins is getting into the huddle and telling her ladies just what they need to do to get themselves together and really to calm them down coming into the second half and get them relaxed, get them playing, getting back into their game and the way they play ball, and just keeping them aggressive, but also keeping them intelligent at the same time.
So about 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. 4-point lead for the Patriots. Penwood, the 2 seed in these playoffs. Radnor, the 10 seed. But Radnor coming off an upset win over Bishop Shanahan on Tuesday. Penwood struggled with 15th seed Marple Newtown. And when these teams played each other in December, Radnor got the victory. So even though it may seem like a lopsided matchup, Radnor certainly in this battle. It's not going to be easy for Penwood, but they've also made things not easy for Radnor.
Yes, playoff basketball is all about here in the PIAA.
There's a 3. No good. Offensive board and a foul before the shot. She was swarmed.
That's tough. That's a tough call. I mean, that's a tough call to make. She was going after the ball, and then she did push her a little bit. The referee saw it. She wasn't able to get away with it.
Long inbound, and it works out. Smith was going for the steal. Too short, and that'll be Penwood possession.
And here we go. We're seeing this pressure first time after the timeout. We'll see what Penwood came up with in the huddle.
And a little too much contact there from Sally Austin, so it's a foul on Radnor. So an inbound coming from the corner. Curry takes it on the baseline. It'll stay with Penwood, but again, Radnor really turning it on defensively. We saw it early on, Penwood forced to make mistakes. Then in the second quarter, Radnor was forced to make mistakes, getting the ball up the court. Now it's back to Penwood making the mistakes. They do get it past here, and now a foul called.
And I didn't see the foul there, but of course the foul was on the floor. It must have been a little body contact there. Wasn't on the shot.
I think they're saying it was on the shot.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, they're going to send LaShonda Smith to the line.
That's an interesting turn of events.
Makes the first.
And that's one I didn't see the contact on that on the shot at all.
Misses the second. Still a free point for Penwood.
Radnor did a great job boxing out on the foul shot there.
5-point lead for the Patriots here at home. Here's Sierra Hobson. Cross court. Inside now. Nice little pivot from Ellie Davis.
Nice little inside move. Oh, fortunate turnover there.
Layup misses. On the ground, pick back up. Miller. Count it and one. What a remarkable day for Ellie Miller, the senior, putting the team on her back. She is at 15 points.
She's looking to make some things happen for her team. Playing a heck of a game tonight. She's really putting the team on her back right now.
Makes the free throw, make it 16 points, leading all scorers in this contest. And this game is tied up at 38. Picked up by Cyrus. The ref's call going the other way.
Pembroke guards really just going to have to relax right now and play their game. They got to turn around, get their heads in the game. They're falling asleep here on defense.
Look at that. Absolutely asleep on defense. Miller gets another 2 points. 18 now for the senior. It was a great outlet pass. Miller left all alone. Can Penwood turn it back on? Stop the bleeding. They will stay with the Patriots.
If I'm Penwood, I got to tell them, look, you can't feel sorry for yourself when the call doesn't go your way. You got to get back on defense. That really cost them there on that last possession.
Easiest points all night, all day, I should say, from Radnor. Meanwhile, on the other end, we see a bucket for Hutt. She's got 8 points now. Austin cross court. Miller back out to Williams. Austin. Now from the elbow, it's an air ball, way short. Ball on the ground, that's going to be a held ball, and it'll be Penwood possession.
Jada had really going down there getting dirty. She's one of the senior leaders on this team, and she's really got to start leading by example at this point right now. She's really got to talk to her team, get them to calm down, maybe slow down a little bit just to gather themselves, see what's going on, evaluate the situations, and make the right decisions.
All tied up at 40 apiece, and that's going to be out of bounds. Monique Boykins was arguing the call. I think she wanted a foul before the trip. It looked like a trip, but I'm not sure.
I think she slipped, and then going after the ball, I think there was a lot of time. I'm not really sure.
Because the initial slip, it looked like she just tripped over her own feet. Not quite sure what happened after that. Foul before the shot. Baseline inbound coming for Brienne Williams. Off the curl, wide open jumper. Nothing but net for Sierra Hobson.
That close out on the shooter. You got to wake up defensively for Penwood right now.
The defense has slowed down for the Patriots. They were playing phenomenal defense, especially in the second quarter. That has gone away, and they can't make their buckets when they see an open look. Nice bounce pass, great defense, but the finish from Mueller.
I may be looking to call a timeout if I'm Coach Monique Boykins right now.
4-point lead, what a run that Radnor is on. Here's a three, they need this. Kept alive, caught by Mueller, chance for a breakaway. She's at 20 points. Make it 22. What a dominant performance from the senior, Ellie Mueller, and now a timeout call by Monique Boykins. Her team trailing by 6.
And if you're watching right now, you're really seeing the Penwood has really gone away from some of the things that they do well. The aggressiveness on defense has gone away. The quick decision making, the good decisions on offense has gone away. Monique, Coach Boykins, really what she needs to do is get in here, get her team together, calm them down. They've been here before. They were just here a few days ago, where the team comes in and they didn't come out as focused as they should have been. And some teams started. The other team was Marble Newtown at the time. They were pulling away. They were making their shots, doing everything right. Penwood has to get together, and they need to play their game right now. They know they're in against a good opponent that they have seen before, and that opponent has the confidence that they can beat them because they've done it. So at this point right now, you just have to be smart, play your game, play relaxed, and just execute on offense and defense, and be aggressive on defense as well. Nothing easy down low. We seen Radnor get a few easy buckets down low in the last few possessions. We gotta get back and eliminate that.
Yeah, that was Penwood's MO the entire game, was not allowing any easy points, especially in the paint. And the last few possessions, it has been fairly easy for Radnor to score. So we'll see if they can turn that around. 6-point lead for Radnor here in the quarterfinals of the PIAA D1 5A playoffs. Taken away by the Raiders. Down court, sprinting forward. That was some good defense from Cyrus. Still a huge error there for Brianna Williams not being able to finish the layup.
And Brianna's a little speeder there. She was able to chase down that ball. She was just a little too fast for her own good on that play, but it was amazing the way she was able to chase down that ball and still get the shot up. And just a little too strong and missed the shot.
Baseline inbound here. Bounce pass to Smith. Knocked away. It will stay with Penn Wood, but the struggle continuing.
That pass back can't be a lazy pass. You gotta look to see if you can actually make the play down court, but that pass back can't be lazy.
Hutt, the open player, now gets it to a guard. The drive, Euro step, and the layup from Cyrus.
Awesome finish by Cyrus there. And we've seen that a lot from her this year, and it looks like right now we're going to need a little bit more from her right now.
Long pass now. Kicked out. Drive from Williams. Extra pass. Offensive board. Put back up. Miller does it again.
Radnor's really running through the offensive sets, doing a great job actually of executing.
24 points for Ellie Mueller. Stolen away. Radnor picks it up. A minute and a half left in the third quarter. 6-point lead for the Raiders. The underdogs, knocked by Penn Wood, still with Radnor. Williams thought about it. Instead, Miller drives, bounce pass, Hobson, underneath, back out. Couldn't be handled by Caitlin Higgins. A couple substitutions for the Red Raiders. Inbound coming here for Penn Wood will be Raquel Curry, the junior. And knocked by Radnor. Miller couldn't keep it in play.
Ref waited a couple seconds to blow that whistle.
Meanwhile, a timeout called by Monique Boykins.
And that last possession, ref waited a couple seconds to call the whistle. I wasn't sure what was going on there. But right now, timeout called by Monique Wilkins. Monique Boykins, excuse me. And she's looking. She's got to develop a plan right now to get that press. I mean, they've broken the press, but they haven't made some of the best decisions after breaking the press in this second half. First half, they were breaking the press. They were able to use their speed to get beyond the defense and score. Now Radnor has dropped 2 players back in defense with this press, and really is pressing with 3 players, and 1 player being on the inbounder. And right now, that's where a lot of the trouble is coming in, getting that ball beyond the inbounder. The inbounder's tall, has the long arms, and they can't get the ball in right now. Well, they're getting the ball in, but they're getting the ball in and almost throwing it right into a trap and trying to get the ball up court. Once they've gotten the ball up court a couple times in this third quarter, they've thrown the ball away. They were able to finish a couple times, but they've thrown the ball away, maybe had another turnover. And those things need to be eliminated right now. Being down by 6, you really have to execute right now in the third quarter. Give yourself some momentum. If you cannot take the lead over in this third quarter, you want to be able to get some momentum going into the fourth quarter so you can go on and eventually take the lead on to winning the game.
The other tough part here for Penn Wood is that you're talking about any bigs, and there's another tip. Great work by Miller. And right now, not in the game is Hutt, but for instance, we saw Hutt get the ball once or twice, but
that's right there. Hutt's the inbounder.
Oh, excuse me.
Changed the inbounder, yeah.
Yeah, so they changed the inbounder, which, in my opinion, is smart because Hutt being out there on the floor, yeah, a lot of times she'd be left open, but she doesn't really have the ability to dribble the ball down the court. As there's the extra pass and the finish.
And that was great drawn up by Coach Monique Wilkins, and then the timeout. She changed the inbounder, put a couple more ball handlers out there to be able to break the press.
Yeah, I think that's exceptionally smart. Number one, you're talking about with Hutt one of the tallest players, and so now you don't have the big size disadvantage when you've got someone like Miller standing tall in front of you.
Exactly.
And on top of that, now you've got a player who can't really dribble the ball down the floor, and instead of making her do that if she's open, now you have her inbounding the ball.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Really smart move there by Monique Boykins out of the timeout, and it's paying dividends for Penwood. Missed layup, Radnor has it, 19 seconds left in the third. Inside, Miller, fouled. 24 points.
Tough call. Tough play, excuse me. Tough play to make there with Hutt down low, and that's her fourth foul in the situation right now. You know, you got to make a decision. Are you going to take her out as one of your premier bigs down in the paint? You're going to take her out, and this looks like that's what they're going to do, and we probably won't see her until a few minutes left in the fourth quarter at this point. And we'll see what Radnor does now if they look to go down low, try to take advantage of Hutt's presence not being there.
Makes them both, and so now 26 points for Ellie Mueller.
And let's not forget also on the Penwood side that Angelique Jarrett also had fouled out in the first half, so they don't have her to go to down low.
Meanwhile, this is an interesting development. We see Mueller take a seat on the bench, try to get her a couple extra seconds. We'll see if Penwood can capitalize. It'll go the other way. A turnover. Cyrus does not like that call. She's appealing to the ref. It's not going to work. Meanwhile, 6 seconds remaining for Radnor. Got to inbound down court. And they do. Now 4 seconds underneath. Couldn't be handled. And that's where, even though you get a couple extra seconds of rest for Ellie Mueller, maybe if you have her down in the post, maybe she scores that.
Maybe.
And that shot does not fall. So at the end of the third quarter, 50-44 is the score. Radnor, a huge third, taking the lead. 6-point differential. We'll take a quick break. Fourth quarter coming up. Fourth quarter beginning here from Lansdowne, Pennsylvania and Delaware County. It's the quarterfinals of the PIAA D1 5A playoffs between 2-seed Penwood and 10-seed Radnor. I'm Corey Cohen with my partner Justin Watson. It's a 6-point lead for Radnor after an explosive third quarter. Ellie Miller getting it done inside, and she gets fouled.
Curry didn't like that call. She felt like Miller would put the shoulder in, lowered the shoulder, and put the shoulder into her, and caused her to kind of almost reach out over. They tell the defender to go straight up and down, but somebody puts the shoulder in your gut. It's kind of hard to stay straight up and down.
Air ball on the free throw. Ellie Mueller, the senior from Radnor High School, an absolutely dominant performance here with the season on the line.
Actually, I'm surprised to see Jada Hutt in this game to begin this fourth quarter with 4 fouls.
Down court. Foul on the layup on the runner.
And Penwood, that's one of the things that they're really going to have to do is they're going to have to figure out a way to drive to the bucket, get some baskets, and possibly get to the foul line and knock down the foul shots.
You wonder if they can turn it back on here in this, as we see the first free throw miss here in this fourth quarter, as they came off just a few nights ago on Tuesday. They came off a 6 overtime game. They defeated 15-seed Marble Newtown. It was a lot more difficult than they were anticipating. But you wonder, even with the rest, is wide open down the floor. An easy layup for Caitlin Higgins.
And unfortunately, you saw Jada Hutt looking to come and make a play, but knowing she has the 4 fouls on her, she didn't want to take a chance of the referee calling the foul on her, causing her 5th foul and getting her out the game.
So you wonder if maybe there's any bit of fatigue that for Penwood not doing as much defensively. That's where you notice fatigue. Although there's a huge play on the other end. Curry. It will stay with the Patriots.
And that's the aggressiveness there that you used to see from this Penwood defense. And this Penwood Lady Patriots defense, they cut off the passing lanes, and they will go after a steal if they feel like they have an advantage.
Curry takes a long 2. Nothing but net.
All right, knock it down for Raquel Curry. Haven't seen her shoot the ball from the outside too much today, but she was able to knock that one down.
Just 4 points for Curry. Pass back out to Brianne Williams. Underneath now. Can't finish. That'll work though. Ellie Davis. She's up to 4 points, and it's a huge difference to talk about the foul trouble that Penwood got in early. That could also be a big part of it. Without Angelique Jarrett, as there's a 3 on the outside.
There we go.
That was Smith. She's up to 15 points. Knocked away. Smith comes down with it again. Smith red hot. Coast to coast. And 1.
What a take. What a take by Smith. And that's what we used to see from the Penwood guards. They have the speed. They're not afraid to go down there with the trees, and they're not afraid of the contact. I think they thrive with the contact and getting the ball. And I think that's just something that they love to do is get that contact and make the bucket.
In the span of about 10 game seconds, she's got 6 points.
And just like that, Penwood is only down by 2.
Just like that. 2-point game here. A long distance 3. Williams air ball. She took that from Monco.
I missed that one for a second.
Underneath, nice pass. And the finish for Gillis.
Tied this game up. We haven't seen much of Gillis in the second half, but there you go right there. Maybe they'll look to get the ball to her a little bit more in the second half and let her take over like she did in the first half.
And now a timeout called by Mark Jordan of Radnor. This game 55-55 with 5:55 remaining in the fourth quarter.
5's a while. Maybe I'll go and get a lottery ticket today. I'll tell you what. This game eerily has a similar feeling to a game that was played here a few nights ago.
I can't stick around for 6 overtimes.
It just has that feeling where they had teams were going back and forth. It was almost like a tug of war. Penwood, they lost some momentum, then they gained some momentum back, and it was just a crazy situation. And right now, you have 55-55 left with the score tied at 55. It just, I don't want to go through 6 overtimes again. But look, if I'm fortunate enough to see that happen 2 times in 2 games, hey, so be it. I'm sure the people watching would love to see it.
That's sort of the definition. Free basketball times 6. I don't know. But certainly anything can happen. Like we said, it's all tied up here, 55 apiece, 5:55 remaining. But a whole lot can still happen because we saw the third quarter Radnor really this game, I mean, basketball is a game of runs. This game has been the definition of that. The first quarter was a little bit even for the most part, but then we saw in the second quarter Penwood start to dominate, and then in the third quarter Radnor dominated. To start this fourth, it's been all Penwood. We'll see what Radnor does coming out of the timeout. There's another jumper missed by Julia Rigalizzo. Missed a couple early on, then she was pulled out of the game. There's the player on fire, but Smith maybe cooled off. Ooh. And a foul called on LaShonda Smith.
I thought it might be a jump ball call. They saw it differently, and it's unfortunate. That's 3 fouls on LaShonda, and right now, she's got to be careful too, because she's one that she goes to the bucket. You don't want to see her get an offensive foul called on her, because she does go and thrive through the contact. So.
And especially if you talk about any chance this game goes to overtime, you got to have all your players out there. You can't have more people fouling out. Meanwhile, Radnor in the bonus, but the free throw missed. It will stay with the Raiders.
And in that 6 overtime game for Penwood, they had 3 ladies foul out in that game, so they had to go deep into their bench.
Radnor gets it right back. Bounce pass. It's loose on the ground, held ball, and that will be Penwood possession.
This game feels like 2 teams that just don't want to give an inch right now. These 2 teams are really battling. Radnor has some confidence because, as you said, they beat Penwood earlier in this season. So they have confidence of knowing that they are capable of beating this team. And Penwood being one of the hottest teams in the District 1 right now, and looking to take care of home, they don't want to go down without a fight.
Absolutely. Still all tied up at 55 apiece. The trap. Get it right back to Curry, the inbounder. Gets past half court. And now with Ashley Cyrus, so they can set up more of a traditional half-court play. Went for the crossover, lost the ball.
Relax, reset your offense here. Relax. Raquel Curry there, calling out some instructions, some direction. She at times is the coach on the court.
Curry, hook shot. It misses. And a reach in for an over the back foul.
And I think that's on that's on Hart.
That's on Hart. And so now they're checking to make sure, but yeah, I believe
what are they saying?
Let's see here.
They haven't put the foul. They haven't put it on the board yet of who the foul was on.
Meanwhile, another empty trip to the line there. Now an over the back foul on the other end.
Oh no.
I believe that was an over the back foul on Radnor, so now Penwood in the bonus will head to the line for a 1-and-1. Meanwhile, still unclear about Jada Hutt, who is now at the free throw line.
She's in the game, and I'm not going to complain.
Misses the free throw. Held ball, and this time it'll go to Radnor. A little scoring drought here coming out of the timeout. Nobody scored in about a minute and a half. Williams, there's a whistle.
Whistle coming from the other side of the court.
And again, both teams in the bonus from here on out. And so Radnor is going to take a trip to the line. This will be a 1-and-1.
And if I'm Radnor right now, I'm looking to get the ball to Ellie Davis. That's who is guarding. That's who Jada Hutt is guarding right now. I'm looking to get that 5th foul on Jada Hutt if I'm Radnor's coach.
Again, Radnor, an empty trip to the line, plaguing this team. And again, the scoring drought continues. Nearly over 2 minutes now. Here's Hutt. Kicks it out. Curry.
What? Oh, excuse me.
Trying to see what the call is. I'm not sure what it was.
There was a screen set by Raquel Curry.
Calling on Curry, yeah.
I guess they're calling the moving screen, but I'm not really sure about that one.
Scoring drought continues. Nobody has scored a point in about 2.5 minutes.
Watch back though.
Here's a chance. Miller using the glass. And who else was it gonna be?
Who's going to come to the ball and help?
She is at 29 points. And it'll be Radnor basketball. Wow. Miller did not touch it. And so last touch off of the Patriots. Two-point lead for Radnor. The 10 seed, the underdogs. Trying to continue their run. Got an upset over 7th-ranked Bishop Shanahan, looking to do it against number 2, Penwood. Laser pass, Miller goes up and does it again! 31 points! What a miraculous performance from the senior, carrying the load. Shot inside, misses from Jada Hutt. Here's a chance, 2-on-1 for Radnor. No look pass, Miller, the give and go. Miller up to 33. Absolutely stellar, and a much needed layup on the other end from Smith.
Absolutely much needed. Absolutely much needed.
And she's got 20 points here. Sensational performances from a few players in this game. Miller with 33, Smith with 20, as we see a timeout called. Gillis with 18. Some remarkable performances. It's been a great game, back and forth. Now a 4-point lead for Radnor as their head coach Mark Jordan calls a timeout. What a game.
Yeah.
And these teams, they are not used to losing. Again, Radnor's last loss came January 26th. Penwood's last loss came a week before that, January 20th.
Yeah, you always want to have people on your team that are afraid to lose. That means they're going to go out and go do everything they need to do to win the game. And right now, you see two teams right now that are, like you said, not used to losing. They're used to winning, and they're afraid of losing right now. And neither team really wants to give an inch. And you see, right now, Penwood really needs to regroup and gather themselves because they made a few mistakes offensively coming here down the stretch right here with 2:13 left in the game that they're really going to have to really shore up because if they continue to make those mistakes, they're not going to come out on top. They have 4 points to make up to close this gap, and Radnor's looking to add to their lead right now, and they want to continue to force Penwood into making mistakes.
Absolutely. This is do or die time for both of these teams. It's win or go home in the PIAA playoffs. It all comes down to this for these two teams. Inbound to Miller.
Back door. Nice back door.
The drive. Held ball.
Should be Penwood ball. That's great defense. Great defense.
Cyrus, the floater. No good. Step out of bounds. It'll be Radnor basketball.
That's one that if you're going to go up with that, you got to go off the glass with that. You got to look for one of your teammates on that situation. That's when she's definitely going to what she had back.
4-point lead for Radnor. Just over a minute and a half remaining. Of course, no shot clock. Just starting to become a little bit controversial. I know there's been a push lately to maybe implement a shot clock at the high school level.
Yeah, a lot of times different states have different rules on the shot clock. It's very interesting.
There's an intentional foul because, again, if you're Penn Wood without a shot clock, what other option do you have?
Yeah, really. Radnor has no urgency to shoot the ball right now, and if you're Penn Wood, you need to have the ball back in your hands.
So they tried to go for a turnover, couldn't get it. Instead, go for the foul. Double bonus now from here on out for Radnor, and the first shot is good from Williams. She's up to 10 points. Makes the second. So points absolutely necessary here. Layup missed. Radnor gets the ball. Under a minute left. They lead by 6. There's the foul. And it's starting to look like Radnor can very well go on and win this game.
And not the person that you want to put on the line. She just knocked 2 down from the line. And she's the point guard and the leader of this team. She can knock them down, not the one that they wanted to put on the line.
Meanwhile, on the other end, it was LaShonda Smith who missed the layup. There's the first free throw good. And again, if you're Penn Wood, you need every single possession to come through with 2 or even 3 points. And even that might be enough, might not be enough, as Williams keeps making her free throws. So an 8-point lead for Radnor. Do or die time for Penn Wood. They need points and they need them fast. Curry. Back to the basket, underneath. Foul, and that'll send Hutt to the line.
Yeah, if that one went in right there, if I really wanted that one to go in, Hutt's going to go to the line and shoot these 2 foul shots. If that could have been a 3-point play, really could have done wonders for the comeback, possible comeback of the Patriots.
Misses the first, and again, every point's so crucial at this point. So there's quick points.
Yeah, if you're Penn Wood right now, you got to foul right away. You can't waste any time. And that was the second foul on Hughes.
First shot good. Williams climbing up the stat sheet. (67-59) as Williams is at 15 points scored. That's off the top of the backboard, and that should do it.
Yeah, they took a lot of time off on that possession, too. That's one thing you can't do right now. Don't have a lot of time to waste on possessions, and they took about 7-8 seconds off the clock on that last possession. So definitely not. I'm sure not what Coach Monique Boykins wanted to see on that possession.
8-point lead for Radnor. Another trip to the line for Brienne Williams. Misses the first free throw, still at 15 points. For Penwood, you've got Zena Gillis at 18. Both free throws no good. You've got LaShonda Smith at 20. As here's a three from Smith off the rim. Radnor collects, and that will do it. As the hero of the game, Ellie Mueller, finishes with 33 points. An absolutely dominant performance, and Radnor advances to the semifinal of the PIAA D1 5A playoffs.
Congratulations to the Radnor team that came out here to the shoebox and were able to come away with a win. Not an easy place to come away with a win here in the close confines of the Penwood Gymnasium, but they were able to come out here and do what they had to do to come out with the win. And I wouldn't be surprised if these teams were able to see each other later on in the playoffs, being that now Penwood will be playing in the play-in round and Radnor will be moving on and looking possibly to go down to Temple.
Absolutely. So their run continues. Next round, the semis at Harridan High School, not too far from Radnor. If they win that, then they head to Temple University for the championship. But the miracle run continues for 10-seed Radnor. For Penwood, they are knocked out at number 2. Phenomenal game here in Lansdowne, Pennsylvania, in Delaware County. We want to thank you all so much for joining us here at Penwood High School. For my partner, Justin Watson, for our entire crew, again, thank you for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. I'm Corey Cohen, signing off from SFBN.